Simply speaking, 4 years.
14 years.
Wow, 20 years. It's kind of hard to realize that time goes fast.
So I've worked 25 years.
For 15 years.
This will be my 20th year in the field of disabilities.
For over 25 years.
Field for about 16 years now.
For over 25 years.
Approximately 5 years.
Well, 33 plus years.
For about the last 19 years or so.
28 years.
But within the last year and a half.
For 18 years.
For over 26 years.
16 years.
Over 30.
For about 15 years.
15 years now.
Since we first wrote the first proposal for the wireless RERC, so that was in like 2000, 2001.
In my view, and in the areas that I work in, one of the technologies that's most transformational has been the screen reader. This is the ability to have a system speak out the interface. This has been around for a long time in computers, but making that pervasive in mobile devices and iPads and watches and lots of other technologies, including home devices, for me, provides access to an interface that many people can use.
I would have to say that would be the first generation of the iPhone. When it came out in 2007, it completely upended the way people think of accessibility as software, and the idea that apps that you can download onto the device to completely customize the way you use the device to fit your needs.
Well, I realize this may be a bit counterintuitive because we tend to focus on the hardware, but I would say social media as it amplifies the social networks. Social media over wireless truly has been a game changer for participation in community and the way in which it allows people to not only participate but get information about things they really need.
It would have to be the smartphone. It combines a phone book, a computer, a camera, a calendar. There's so many devices that now you have this one little device that you carry with you, flip it into your pocket, instead of a whole bag full of technologies.
It would be the internet, because it has provided the ability for people, especially for people who are deaf, that rely on sign language, to finally have clear and effective communication, as opposed to TTYs and landlines, so long ago, where you had to be able to comprehend English and write it. And that just isn't going to happen for a large segment of our population.
For my research, I would choose a cell phone. The great piece about that is over time it's really evolved from a single-use device that's calling someone to a smartphone technology, and so we've really infused that smartphone into our research.
Well, it's wonderful that we're at the Wireless Inclusive Center, because it is in fact networked intelligence and networking intelligence. Sometimes it's referred to as ubiquitous computing. We also talk about ubiquitous robotics. We also talk about ambient intelligent environments, where all these various devices are being connected to each other in a larger system.
We still haven't solved basic problems and questions about how do we communicate with the whole community? How do we make sure that everybody is aware that a disaster may be headed their way or that a storm may be coming?
I think that's it, is that everybody doesn't have access to technologies that they need.
Okay. So first of all, I have to say I absolutely loved when I saw this question, but I'm going to change it around because there's really not much that keeps me up at night. The change I'm going to say is what gets me up in the morning. And the thing that literally gets me up in the morning is everything that we've been talking about. It is about taking quite a few decades of experience and saying, I understand these things in an institutional way. How can I help in areas that they haven't helped before? So yes, I have turned from a night person to a morning person, and it's what gets me up in the morning.